How y'all doing today? Okay, so what we're gonna do today, and I figure since this is survival, I might as well teach y'all some survival stuff. I just kind of been posting whatever. We're gonna go over storm matches, right? Okay, so these are the ones that you get from the store. And nice matches. They look cool. Apparently they work in a hurricane. They have individual strikers if you want to put them on cases. I'm going to make a case and I'll show you later out of a pill bottle. I'll do it in another video. Alright, so these ones have the chemicals and whatnot to where they will light in a hurricane apparently. I've never been in a hurricane nor tried to light a fire in one, so well, I guess I will have to see. But I got these for about $10 and there's 2 packs of 25. So these are good and they will work and they will save your life in a situation, but most of us aren't in normal situations. Most of us are just in camping situations, right? That's why it trips me out when the dudes are like, "Oh man, you're not doing bushcraft, man." Stop messing with them housewives that the only time they can go out and bushcraft is after they leave yoga class. Leave them alone. They're trying. So worry about yourself and stop worrying about everybody else. So look, these are great and they work great. And if you got some money, pick some up. They're awesome, right? But we're gonna make the poor man version. Dollar store wax, dollar store matches, cheap string, right? So that's about as long as I need too, actually, right? Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the match and we're gonna take this and turn it into this. So we need about this long, right? So we take this and you want to leave one side a little bit longer at the bottom of the match, like this, because you're going to be putting your finger here and pulling on this. So you don't want to leave it too long because you want to give it a little bit of leverage, so when you do pull, you could grab it like that and you could pull. So I would leave it about like there, right? So then you make sure you have a loop that comes over top of the match head like that. And I'll show you what the loop's for in a minute, all right? So you take this, you make sure this end piece is sticking out, right? And if you're left-handed, this goes the opposite way. But you want to take this and you see how this piece goes down and it drops. So you want to come over here and you kind of want to make an X. You see the X? Oh, hold on, let's make it. There you go. See the X? All right, so you want to make an X, but you don't want to make it too tight because remember, you still got to pull this, right? So what I do is I grab like that once I make that X, and then I start coming around, and I come around lightly. You don't want to do it too tightly because, like I said, you got to pull it. And second of all, I'll show you in a minute what happens when you do it too tight because I've recorded this a few times already. Because one time I put it too tight, and when I had to pull it, it broke the match. Another time I left this extra part on and I went to go cut it with something and I pulled it too hard and I broke the match. You know, you can't be the Hulk with these things. You know, you got to kind of be gentle a little bit. That's why I taught my old lady how to do it, and then she started being the ones to do this because she's got that gentle touch and I like to be like an aggressive bear with things. So we take this and we have this loop right here, right? So we hold that like that and we slide this through the loop. Now it doesn't matter how long this string is because the string is gonna be cut off in a minute anyway. All right, so you wanna put your thumb here and you wanna pull this and you'll watch this loop up here start to go in. And what it does is it pulls the other string in as well. And you push it up a little bit. Sometimes you gotta kind of help these along over the top so when you're pulling this it can lock down tighter, and it slides a little bit too sometimes. So like I said, this is the reason why I let her do these most of the time. All right, so see how it pulled down? So we slide it up, and that's most of the time where it breaks, as when you slide it up, right? So we got our match. Now, what I leave this string until afterwards, right? Leave this string till afterwards, all right? I'm gonna make sure that we recorded this really good and that it came out good and you could see it real good. If not, I'll record it again, but pretty sure it did. All right, so you've got this and this. So that's what you've got so far. You can even leave both of these right now if you want to, because the point is we're gonna be dropping it into here. And like I said, we're gonna be doing two things, so I'm gonna make another one at the same time. And we're going to put some in the wax, and then we're gonna put the other stuff inside of tar, because let's be honest, if you were out on the land, are you keeping a bunch of dollar store candles with you? I mean, you might. You keep blocks of wax. That's another thing that drives me crazy with these bushcraft videos. These people finding full cans of food places. Like, no, that doesn't happen. Or just tin cans. Let's make everything out of tin cans. And I made it too. I'm guilty of it. But I actually used mine. And I actually did that stuff with it to see if it actually worked. I might put up the videos of the pressure test, but they look stupid.